In this video, we're going to show some IDACompare updates, and we're going to use the MyDoom sample. So first, we're going to disassemble the version A, and we'll go to Edit, Plugins, IDACompare. So this is the exporter. This is done in Visual Basic 6 with the C stub. So first we don't have a current database selected. We need to make a new one since this is a new project. So we'll just save it to the desktop as MyDoom. And now we will save our snapshot one to the database. So basically we've exported all of these functions to our Access 2000 database. So now I'll minimize this. I will disassemble the .b version. And I will again go to my IDACompare plugin. Now the database has already been selected, or created, so now we'll select the existing one. And now I will save the snapshot too. So it exported all those to the database. Now I will launch our comparison interface. So here it's made the comparisons. It's already run through the match engines. Here are statistics down here in the bottom right of these are each of the different match engines, the percent made. Here are all of our matches with our function names for the two databases and the match method. Our exact CRC means that all the instructions were in the same order and the same type. And let's see, we have like renaming tools where we can, if we had done a lot of work on the .a variant, then we could automatically port our names over to the other one. You can sequentially rename them if you were looking at both at the same time. Those are all the old features. So for some of the new features, we'll take a look at some of these functions here. And we can see that now we have the comments are included. We have some syntax highlighting, jumps. The jump labels are here. We can also scroll both of these at the same time. Now, if we let it see if both of these were kind of the same, make it hit the P button. And so it's giving us a profile of the two functions, just kind of like some statistics that were generated during the comparison engine runs. So we can see if these have like a high level of relevance to each other. And this version also has, you can see like IDA, you can see that it's jumping in the background here, like they're flashing, and that's because it's now integrated with IDA a little bit, so that when you click at a function, they'll automatically jump to it into disassembly. Also, if you have the decompiler plugin, if I press the D key, it will automatically pull in the decompilation results for both of these, so that I could scroll through those and kind of take a look at the differences. Also, now we have, I'll click on these again to bring them back into the assembler mode, and I'm going to click W, which is to bring up WinMerge. This is an external application. I've written a plugin for it. And I automatically activate the plugin when I display it. So now we're looking at basically the diff of the two side by side, and it does a really good job, especially with the plugin. So we can, automatically brings us to where the new code sections are. So here is a completely new section of code, and if you go through and really look at the assembler, it works out really well. So those are some of the many features. Also, we have, let's see, there's the search for capability. The match engine is what I was going to show next. And so these are all the different match engines that it currently supports. And you can disable some of these if they're given too many false positives for you or something. They generally do a pretty good job. The farther down the list you get, the kind of shadier they get. So like the first couple are really good, and then if matches still haven't been made, like these last couple, you might not want to always use them. It'll depend on what how the disassembly and stuff is, for how closely related your two files are. By default, it ignores functions less than 30 bytes, just because there's not a whole lot to compare there, and names can get minced between them and stuff. And then these are the options for the WinMerge plugin, so that you can choose which match engine it uses internally in the plugin. So those are probably all of the features that I wanted to cover. Also, I mean, you can break matches if it had a bad match. Also, like if you were doing a patch analysis, obviously anything with an exact CRC doesn't have any interest in looking at. So you could like select all of those and then do renew selected. And so now we'd be down to, oh, this is the only function that looks like it changed. And then again, the buttons, the P button and stuff works down here. So we can see like there was a length change in this one. So if it's a very useful tool to kind of cut through all the fat of changes to either malcode variants or patch analysis. And the IDA integration is a pretty slick thing. If you had to close an IDE window and reopen it, you can always do the reconnect, and it will tell you exactly what databases are being used for like sample A and sample B, and if it was a success or failure. So anyway, those are the updates, and thanks for watching.